Hi guys, what's up? I wanted to try something a little bit different. We're in a different setting. We're now in my office, very professional, updated, upgraded, a little bit more up close and personals. I wanted to do kind of like a more relaxed fit episode. Maybe we can kind of do this more so with like things that's from like your guys' input. So I have some stuff that you guys submitted that we can just like casually talk about. Um, so this week I had put on my Instagram, like I had prompted, like tell me your celebrity experience stories, people that you've met, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I thought we could get into that today, right? Um, this is Andrea, and it's not that serious. Weekly, kind of. I have a mezcal and a liqueur in passion fruit and lime. I have to wake up early tomorrow because I do my Pilates very early, like 7 a.m. Because if I'm too conscious, I can be I'm too aware, and I know that I don't want to do it, so I won't do it. So yeah, I gotta go early in the morning, or else girl, it's not gonna happen. It's just not. It's straight up not gonna happen. What time do you guys work out? What time do you work out, girls? At least 4 to 5 times a week. One thing I'll say, I've been working very hard this year to be very effective, time effective. I'm like firing on all cylinders. I'm like planning my days. It's exhausting. It's exhausting trying to like do things with your life, having goals and achieving them. Being a girl bossy is just tiring. How did Elizabeth Holmes do it? It's exhausting. Waking up, doing all the things to better yourself every day, being multifaceted, a multifaceted career woman. In this political climate, it's exhausting. But I don't know. We're trying. I'm pushing. It's March. We've been doing it since January. Whatever. All right. So I have a bunch of submissions from you guys. Of these are celebrity encounters. So we can go through this. And if you have anything that you want to add, we send them in. I love these. I love hearing about these. And it's funny, a lot of these people I have also interacted with. All right. So this one. Met Adriana Lima working at the Disney store at Aventura Mall. Aventura Mall is in Miami, for those who are not from here. She was very kind and spent a ridiculous amount of money on toys. She was with a friend who was overly protective of her. It's always the friend. Since she spent well over $2,000 on toys, she's a VIP, VIC at the Disney store. And whatnot. So over $2,000 on toys and whatnot. I had to check her ID. And her friend was like, yes, it's Adriana Lima. And I was like, okay, girl. All in all, very anticlimactic. Okay, so I have also encountered Adriana Lima in my work life as well. There's actually like this prompt. You know, like when those viral videos, it's like, oh, tell me about a time when you met a celebrity and didn't know who they were until like after the fact. Like, I'll go first. Okay, so mine was Adriana Lima, and it was when I was working at this store called Intermix, and it was on South Beach. It's now closed, but it was like very close to closing time, if I remember. And this very tall woman came in, and she's wearing these like thick black frame glasses, and she had like mascara running down her face, like you could tell she was crying. And she was like limping. And I'm like, oh, like, are you okay? And she didn't really speak that much English. And I like put her into a fitting room. She was like stunning, like beautiful, but you could just tell she was like crying and the limping. So I put her in a back fitting room towards the back of the store, and she was like trying on a couple of things, whatever. And I think someone that I was working with was like, I think that's Adriana Lima. And I was like, I don't know about that. Like, what can we do to identify her? I'm like, this lady has a tattoo on her foot. So we Googled Adriana Lima's foot tattoo, and lo and behold, it was Adriana Lima. She was very nice. I don't think she spoke that much English, and yeah, she was super nice. She didn't buy anything, and she left. And yeah, I think about her limping foot all the time. Not all the time. From time to time, I think about why she was limping. Yeah. All right, next one. So this was like 10 years ago, but I was Sunday fun day drinking at my fave bar downtown, and I see Omarion walking across the street. I do a double take to make sure it's actually him, and I see his girlfriend, baby mama, at the time. I want to say her name was April. I followed them both on Instagram at the time. So confirmed, it was them walking with one bodyguard. I'm wasted, so I start screaming, Omarion! My friends don't believe me that it's him. He looks right at me and smiles with a huge smile. April glares at me, so I threw out I see you too, April. And then she smiled. My friends didn't even know who Omarion was, and that makes me feel old as fuck. I genuinely can't remember if the baby mama's name is April or not. I guess that's a quick Google. I could have verified. But I have not met Omarion. That's funny. It's funny too that you have to acknowledge the partner. Thank you for your submission. Let's see what else we have next. All right, these are some like shorter hand ones. I tried to hand Jason Derulo a towel at Equinox, and his bodyguard blocked me. Okay, Jason Derulo, randomly. I didn't really meet him, but I like was in the same vicinity as him. One time, my Enrique and I went out to eat. Ow. We went to the Hard Rock Casino over here. They like have a few fancy restaurants inside. There's one called like Gouda or something like that. And it's called Buta. And it's like a Japanese like fusion-y, like tapas. I don't know. It's Japanese food. And so we were there eating, and I like look up and I'm like, oh, that's Jason Derulo. I'm like, okay. So they like brought him to there's like a private room, but it's like with glass panels so you can like see into it. And he was with another girl, and it was like literally a day after he announced that he was like separating from his baby mama. And so whatever, I finished my meal, and then we like walked through the casino to get the car from valet, and they're like playing only Jason Derulo songs, which is like, oh girl. Like the casino must have gotten the alert that he's in the vicinity. So we get the car from valet, and we like go to drive the car around, and for whatever reason we had like put the windows down, and I like turn to my left, and like who do I see standing there like waiting to get his car was Jason Derulo. And I was like, look baby, that's Jason Derulo. And Jason Derulo must have seen me like mouth the words or whatever, and he smiled, such a smile on his face. He just was loving it. And that's my Jason Derulo input. I know, riveting. All right, this one, I love these because of the person who sent it. And where they work is very interesting. I would love to do a deep dive, but I said these were anonymous. Okay, so they said Lil Wayne is the nicest and Tory Lanez is the worst and super rude. I've helped Tory Lanez a couple times. I helped him like the day after he shot Meg Thee Stallion. I was very shocked to see him out and about. Um, he's quiet and small. Whatever. All right. Someone said I was kicked off an episode of My Life on the D List, and I met Charlize Theron on an elevator. And they said that you can Google the clip from Charlize Theron, or sorry, from My Life on the D List. Did you guys watch that with Kathy Griffin? She was a pioneer of her time. I think she's gonna make a comeback because I do feel like she was wrongly vilified. All right, let's see. All right. Kim Gordon on Little West 13th during where they used to work. I won't say. She looks so cool. I'm a big SY fan. Who is Kim? I need to make a little Google. Kim Gordon. American musician. Sonic Youth. Oh, sorry. I don't listen to cool music. I like pop and pop music. All right. Where were we? Here. And I stopped dead in my tracks, and she looked me in the eyes as she walked by and smiled. Totally starstruck. Peter Dinklage between 8th Ave, 9th Ave, and 14th. I love these exact locations too, in New York. He was on a manual scooter and said, coming through as he zipped by. I love these details. Peter Dinklage. Oh my. It's the guy from Game of Thrones. I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but I will say, I can't get into it too much, but Sophie Turner is one of the best people I've ever known. I met her once. 10 out of 10, 1,000 out of 10. Let's see, what else did we got? I had one. I'm gonna have to pull up the whole thing because they're long, but they're very good. I did recently, over the weekend, get to meet some of these, the Toms from Vanderpump Rules. I don't know if you guys are like Bravo heads, like Bravo celebrities. Super nice people. I like them very much. I won't get into the details of it all. Where are we? Let's pull up this next one. This next one is is giving. All right. I have to be vague about it because some of the specifics are very specific. All right. Oh, girl. I'm gonna have to... Oh, fuck. It's on my Instagram. Okay, basically, let me see if I can summarize this. Or if I'm gonna have to cut tape and pull up the receipts. Give me a second. Okay, brief intermission because I had to go to Instagram from the phone. I record on the phone, take the screenshots, upload from the air cloud into the computer. Exactly, that's technology, babe. All right, the best for last, the juiciest for last. Okay, so this first one is about Future. And so luxury retail girlies know you deal with a lot of characters and you take a lot of abuse. All right. So again, Future. So they walk into the store, get taken up the stairs by my coworker. On their way out of the store, his first security guard was all like, "How you doing?" to me. I respond back, "Hey, I'm good." Then I look back, like to look up the steps, and there's Future. He says, "What's up?" Hey, what's up, bow leg? So foul. So foul. As a bow-legged person as well. I respond with a hey and a bit of a smirk because I knew what that meant. Ow. Then this last security guard starts asking me what y'all got down here. And I say, just women's. He leans in and goes, what's your name? And I say, I'm bleep. Then he gets closer and whispers, what's your number? And I respond with my number with my phone in my hand. And I look down at it and I look back up and I say, I'm good. And then they walk out while asking us to show them where the main store is. We show them and that's it. They leave. Nothing crazy, but he was asking for him because after that comment about my legs, I knew what was up. Okay. I need some insight on this bow leg situation. Because I'm bow legged. Apparently it's appealing. Okay. This next one was sent with a video. I don't want to say proof. Video evidence. I don't want to say evidence either. Video. Yeah, it was just sent with video to add to it. I can't play it, obviously, because it shows the person. But girl, I was squeaking. That's another one. That's another one. Bad Bunny grabbed my hand and did that thing where you rub someone's palm, meaning I'm trying to fuck. But that was quick. Oh, I was like, get more into that. It was at an after party for one of his concerts in Miami. He was playing at a club. I'm being vague as hell. I saw the videos. And you can see in the video, the person's hand, she's a woman. The person's hand, he like grabs it and then he comes back again, grabs it again. You can see him do that. I mean, you know what that is. I think that's an old school thing. You know what that is. And then he does it to her and then she does it back to him and you see he's like, oh, he was not expecting that. She threw it right back at him. But that's all it went to. They didn't take it any further, unfortunately. I hate to report that. I'm like, girl, why? Should have taken the next steps. But she had her reasons and I respect that. Okay. This next one's kind of epic. And unfortunately, it's about someone that's just human trash. All right. So Kanye. Okay. So it was October 28th or 27th, 2022. I only know this because that's the week we opened a specific store in a specific shopping area close to downtown Miami. Okay. So I'm on my break, walking to the gas station for my jewel carts. I'm wearing the dirtiest white lace sneakers I own, wearing a thrifted Hey Arnold t-shirt and some leggings. Covered in dust, by the way. The store was still under construction. So I'm walking right past Miu Miu, like I had already passed it, and I was about to be under the underpass. I had my AirPod in, just one, and I hear, hi. I turn around mad annoyed because what fucking guy is stopping me on my walk right now? And there was Kanye with his his alopecia haircut. I saw him in real life with this haircut. I won't repeat it. I saw him in real life as well during this era with the haircut all over. I saw him as well. So I respond and I say, hey. He then says, I'm yay, and extends his hand for a handshake. I shake it and I say, I'm Then he says, so what you doing right now? I respond, shrugging my shoulders because I don't know who the fuck I think I am. Just going to the gas station to get jewel cards. He says, cool. I'm going to be in Miami for a bit. Want to hang out? At which point I'm nervous. Tell me how right now while I was fucking recording this shit, my 600 gigabyte phone ran out of storage. Tell me how that fucking happened. Empty ways. You know, I used to be very good about deleting pictures, like shitty pictures on my phone, like screenshots that I don't need or duplicates and stuff. I used to be very neurotic about it. And I don't know where that went. All right. Let's start from where we were. At which point I'm nervous, so I point at my phone and say, Yeah, sure. You can have my phone number. It's 305. My name is actually longer. They spell it. As he's saving my name, I ask, "So what are you up to?" And he says, "Shopping." I say, "Cool, where at?" And he goes, very seriously, "Balenciaga. That's all I wear." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Well, it was nice to meet you." And he responded with the same, and that was it. And that was it. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. She's out here looking fine as hell, picking up all these mans. I feel like I could tell you, well, I don't feel like I could tell you guys some of my stories, but that's going to have to be behind a paywall or when I make this my own career, because there are just certain things that I can't talk about at the moment. Nothing too salacious, but you know, I gotta watch myself until I can just do this full time. That would be amazing. Thank you everyone who sent in their input. We pushed back the episode that we were going to be recording with my dear friend and personal stylist to the wealthy elite, Ashley Nicole Brown. You can find her on Instagram in the meantime at Styled by ANB. I think that we're going to be recording together in person, hopefully in March. That's what we discussed. And you guys submitted a lot of questions. So thank you for that. We're going to use that when we can finally get together. If you want to submit more questions, when Ashley's here, she is a personal stylist to the very, 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 very mega wealthy elite in Texas. She's worked in the Miami market, Las Vegas, and Beverly Hills, and is now in Texas in luxury for well over a decade. So she has an amazing insight, amazing experiences, and we got some amazing questions and intrigue from you guys. We got some craziest, off the wall, hardest to contain roll at rich person behavior, differences in how wealth is shown in those places. I love these questions. Spicy hoes TM. That's an Ashley term. The girls who know. Spicy hoes, people with status that just shouldn't have it. I can name a few. Rude celebrities. And celebrity personalities. Oh, girl. They all got a little something. But you know what? You would be surprised the amount of famous people, like very famous people, that have little to no personality. I think that now in this new generation, we're going to see a lot more of that, because there's a lot lower standards and expectations of what makes someone famous or like what blows people up. I think that we're not seeing the it factor like we used to see it anymore. I mean, look at Miss Hailey Baldwin Bieber. She's about as interesting as mayonnaise, and she's just not giving. And speaking of which, I had a lot of people asking my opinion, my take on this whole Hailey Baldwin, Selena Gomez. I'm scared to have an opinion on either, quite frankly. I don't want to get doxxed. So love and light to those girlies. Maybe one day behind a paywall we can get into it. But I have seen a lot of interesting takes. And these takes were made by people who are much braver than I am. Meredith Lynch on TikTok. She's a great follow. She does, she breaks down like what I eat in a day by celebrities, which are like very unhinged. Victoria Beckham's is wild. Same with Kelly Ripa. I'll like never stop thinking about how she says like, I stay ready. Oh, she also said she doesn't have chewing foods until after work. Chewing foods. Yeah, chewing foods. I'll never stop thinking about that until I die. But she had a very interesting take on the Selena and Hailey drama, and it has to do with researching trademarks that were recently like submitted by Hailey Bieber and her camp. And it seems like they trademarked the name Mood Board for like a upcoming clothing line. And then she also had some like anecdotes about how, like, if you look in the last couple months when magazines and publications are speaking about Hailey, which, if you didn't know, a lot of those stories are like submitted by like famous people's teams. So the content of them is typically curated by the celebrity and their team. They keep using the word mood board when it comes to talking about Hailey's style. So they're making it like an earworm to get ready for, I think, what will be her clothing line, like what's coming next. So yeah, Meredith Lynch on TikTok. I do think that's a very interesting take on the whole matter. Otherwise, what else? Okay, the last thing too that I saw that was like big news this week was like the Marquise Houston and his wife Mia Dickey celebrated their like 2-year wedding anniversary together. But then a lot of like internet sleuths were going through like via Twitter, and they found out that they actually have been together for 10 years, which Mia Dickey is 22 and Marquise Houston is 40. So if that's so, they got together when she was just 12 and he was 30, allegedly. And then beyond that, so they share a daughter together. They celebrate 3 years of marriage, 10 years together. They share a daughter together. And then the latest claim is that social media found that Mia Juanita Pinkney was declared missing in Oregon in 2016 when she was 15. Her adoptive parents shared that they believe she fled her Oregon home to visit her biological mother in California. So this child went missing when she was 15 and now has popped up at the age of 22 and is now married to Marquise Houston of oh my. And they share a child together. That's what's... I think celebrity scandal is up and running again. They're firing on all cylinders. It's up and running again. So that's what's been going on over here on the internet side. I think I've been noticing too, and maybe it's just my algorithm because I was talking about the Anya Taylor-Joy. What is his name? Aaron Taylor Johnson and his mature wife. My whole TikTok is about age gaps in celebrity couples. It's like I cannot escape it lately. And is this just like the discourse that's popular on the internet at the moment? Can someone else let me know if this is their whole feed lately as well? But I feel like my entire Instagram is that. And if anyone's familiar with David Cross, he was the man in the wheelchair from Scary Movie 2, and also like the star of Mr. Show, and Tobias Funke from Arrested Development. I was listening to this podcast by Ryan Sickler called The Honeydew. I'm like going off on a tangent. Ryan Sickler, it's called The Honeydew. It's a great podcast. He's a comedian, and he has like other comedians on, and they talk about like the worst thing that's ever happened in their life and like, you know, their trauma. And they're comedians, so it becomes funny. It's an interesting podcast. But anyways, he had David Cross on. Did you know David Cross is married to Amber Tamblyn from like Miss Girl from the Traveling Pants? Miss Girl in her traveling pants. So she's 39. He's 60. And they've been married since 2012. I'm like, the internet's just blowing my mind lately. It's just blowing my mind. All right. Tell me what you guys think of this more relaxed episode. These I feel like I can kind of pump out a little faster than my little setup in the living room. Although aesthetically, that's obviously more pleasing. I wish I could make this background more pleasing, maybe one day. Getting this treadmill, what a commitment. It takes up so much space. So if you're considering getting a treadmill, reconsider unless you can have a dedicated area to it. I thought I did, but now I'm trying to make this aesthetically pleasing. And it doesn't fold up as flat as you think it would. Like, what they advertise as this is actually more like that. Anyways, tell me if you guys like this, and then we can still do our like more heavy research episodes as well. I wanted to try to keep this a bit shorter, so I'm a little shorter, easier to watch. It doesn't take as much time. And then yeah, so you guys submit to me what else you want to hear, any people you want to hear about. We can do a little discussion about it, any specific things, topics, whatever. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the ball rolling. Thank you everyone for submitting your celebrity encounter stories. I want to hear, like, if you work in the service industry, girl, I know you got some good stories, because I have some good stories too. Submit them here. Remember, it's not that serious. Thank you for tuning in. I love you.